What's going on, guys? My name is Jake, and welcome back to Gax Reviews. What is this? We're talking about a movie that came out in 2020 in the theaters? A new movie? Yeah, that's right. Spongebob Movie, Sponge on the Run, has hit theaters in Canada, and I'm lucky enough that my theater was showing it. So I'm going to talk about it. And before we get started, I want you guys in that comment section below, let me know, have you seen the movie if you're from Canada? If not, what's your favorite SpongeBob character? And are you excited for this movie? Let's get a little conversation going. So let's talk about this. This SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. Gary has been snail napped, and it's up to Spongebob and Patrick to go on a journey to find their snail in the lost city of Atlantic City. And yes, you heard me right, the lost city of Atlantic City. That's what it's called in here. So right off the bat, I will say that this is the best we've seen SpongeBob in a long time. I love the first SpongeBob movie. I think it's a bona fide classic. The second movie I wasn't the biggest fan of, but this one really is kind of a return to form for SpongeBob. And I'm not going to talk about any spoilers as much as I want to, and you're probably thinking, what is there really to talk about? Oh, there's a lot to talk about. I will say right off the bat, this movie is absolutely insane. And I don't know if this was just the fact that me and my buddy went to the theater and there was no one else in the theater. It was just the two of us. And the fact that we kind of had this theater to ourselves just to kind of joke around with the movie. But there is a point in this movie that it just becomes the most absolute batshit insane thing I have seen in years. And I'll kind of hint on it later, but let's talk about this. So I've always loved SpongeBob growing up. And it was great to see him back on the big screen. I think the animation is absolutely gorgeous here. It's really a little bit different from a lot of the cartoon animation that we've seen with SpongeBob, and I think it's a really pleasant take on it. And I think that this director, who has done a lot of pretty bad movies in the past, he's done the Alvin and the Chipmunk movies. Like, that's just proof of what he has done. He does a really good job here. And shockingly, I would say that this is a very pretty movie to look at too. There's a lot of vibrant colors. The animation is gorgeous at times, and really there's really good, interesting camera work here that I wasn't expecting. Especially for a SpongeBob movie, you would think, okay, it'd be kind of cliche, just do its own thing. No, it has some fun with it, and the voice casting is great. I don't need to talk about all that stuff. You know what you're getting seeing a SpongeBob movie, and it starts off kind of the same way. Plankton is looking for the Krabby Patty secret formula, and then he finds a way to try to get SpongeBob away from there, and it just... Okay, I can't spoil it. I can't spoil it, but I'm going to hint on it. So it starts off like a SpongeBob thing. And then about halfway through the movie, a dream sequence happens. And Keanu Reeves, which is not a spoiler, is a sage, shows up as a sage. And yeah, it turns to be the most insane thing I think I've ever seen. And that's not hyperbole. That's really not hyperbole. It's absolutely nuts. I was sitting there bawling my eyes out from laughter because of what I was seeing, what was happening. And a lot of people probably could hate what happened. I don't know if this is just the lack that I haven't seen a movie in a while and that I was just in a theater basically with me and my own buddy dying of laughter, but holy hell. I can't wait for you guys to see what happened. And it will turn a lot of people off. Absolutely. It 100% will turn people off. It has nothing to do with the film, nothing to do with the story, but it is the funniest thing I've seen, and I needed something like that. And yeah, this film's not original. We've seen most of this stuff before, but it's really that chemistry between SpongeBob and Patrick. It takes a lot of hints at the first movie also, which I really liked. A little Easter eggs with that. And really, you know what? Like, what do you think you're going to be getting watching a SpongeBob movie? To me, I went in going, I want some beautiful animation. I want the chemistry that I love between the original cast, which we get in spurts and tons of time. And I wanted to be entertained. And that's exactly what I was. And you know what? I could easily sit here and make fun of this movie saying there is some cringy dialogue and that there is some unfunny jokes and that it clearly is setting up the prequel spin-off show Camp Coral in the third act, which it does. And I won't really knock it for that because I enjoyed it, and I think SpongeBob as a child looks so adorable. And I think that second half alone pushes it over for me, and my rating's probably going to shock a lot of people. I'm going to give Sponge on the Run a 4. Yeah, like, that is about as much entertainment I've had. And for 6-month period of this quarantine period of me not really loving a lot of movies that have come out, this was a fresh breath of air. And again, I don't know if this is just because I haven't seen a lot recently, but I think this is the most enjoyable film I've seen all year. And that's crazy to even be saying that right now. But really, I implore you guys, if you are in Canada and can see this, please go check it out. Especially if you loved that first movie. I think you'll love this one too. Yeah, I can't believe it too, guys. and it's worth the wait in America. If you guys are like, oh, I want to see this, don't look at spoilers. Just try your best to stay away from it. It'll be worth the wait when it eventually hits VOD for you guys in 2021. But that's going to wrap it up for my review. If you guys did like it, you could hit that like button, help me out. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe, that would help me out also tremendously. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.